Donald Trump arrested yesterday. We were live for 5 hours. We covered the whole thing. We had a blast. I hope that you joined us. If not, we have something very special for you today. Ladies and gentlemen, the nuclear codes have been lost. That's right. Nuclear codes, they're gone. What's going on? Oh, not Biden, even though if there was a president to actually lose something, it would be Joe Biden. No, Bill Clinton lost the nuclear codes. Did you know this? Let's just go through a little people's history here. The favorite family of libs. Is it the Obamas? Is it the Clintons? I don't know. It depends on who's flying on the Lolita Express. Bill Clinton lost the nuclear codes. Did you know that? Not only lost them once, he lost them for months. A comedy of errors kept anyone from finding out. The codes that were needed to launch the U.S. nuclear strikes were kept close to the president at all times. A department within the Department of Defense is tasked with overseeing the aspects of the nuclear code process. During Bill Clinton's presidency, officials from that department discovered the codes had gone missing and that Bill Clinton was responsible. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Well, is Bill Clinton in jail? Not just for the Epstein stuff, but like maybe for this? Apparently the Epstein stuff's fine. Libs don't actually care about our children. They care less, actually, about the predator, Bill Clinton. They love the predator, Bill Clinton. They actually wanted to put Bill Clinton back in the White House. We're the only ones who stopped him, and now we must be punished. Well, it's not just that. You know, Bill Clinton kept private documents inside of his sock drawer? No, check this out. Bill Clinton's secrets in his sock drawer. This from CBS News, 2007. It's a good thing for him Bill Clinton had lots of socks. Ooh, tube socks. It's where he kept all of his secrets recorded on tape. Huh? Bill Clinton kept tapes in his sock drawer. He later used them for his autobiography. In the sessions, Branch would tape his own recordings of Bill Clinton talking about classified documents, over 70 recordings, inside of his sock drawer. A fitting room, the tape wasn't hard. Finding room for the tapes wasn't hard because Bill Clinton has lots of socks, according to the author. Huh? They wrote books about it. The Bill Clinton tapes is a book. This is CBS celebrating the fact that Bill Clinton kept classified documents in his sock drawer. They clapped. It's so fun. Isn't that exciting, ladies and gentlemen? How about this? How about this one? This one wasn't celebrated. In fact, somebody went to jail for this one. You know, a guy who worked for Bill Clinton, speaking of drawers, shoved classified document down his drawers. Do you know that? Do you remember this? It's from 2004. So maybe a little bit in the ancient history for you. Sandy Berger, Clinton's top national security aide, pleaded guilty to shoving classified documents down his pants and then cutting them up with scissors. Did you know that? Here's the article from NBC News. Oh my. Let's just read the top line here. Sandy Berger was Clinton's top national security aide. He pled guilty on Friday to taking classified documents from the National Archives. He said it was an honest mistake when he shoved the documents down the front of his pants. Oh my God. Guilty, Your Honor, Berger responded with his plea. What did he get? Oh, he was charged with unauthorized removal and retention of classified material. It was a misdemeanor. He got a $100,000 fine. Plea agreement. He didn't have to do any jail time. No jail time. Had to pay a little fine. That's just starting off. An important reminder, and this is a little more famous. You probably don't know about those three cases. A little more famous. You know, Hillary Clinton installed a private server in order to sidestep record-keeping laws. The reason she did that was so that there was no government records of her communications in order to grift through her Clinton Foundation. Illegally retained thousands of classified materials, removed classified markings from those materials. People without security clearances managed her server. Server security was so bad that it was hacked. She destroyed 33,000 subpoenaed emails, physically destroyed phones and servers with a hammer. Do you know that the Obama DOJ and the FBI colluded to get Hillary Clinton out of jail for free? I don't think like the preponderance of the crimes that she broke, the laws she broke, Like it's fully known to the American people. The FBI then went on to agree to destroy all incriminating evidence that they had then gathered against Hillary. Did you know this? Did ya? Because if you asked Hillary Clinton about it on the campaign trail, hey, Hillary, why did you wipe your server? Here's the response you got.
You were the official in charge. Did you wipe the server?
What, like with a cloth or something? Well, no.
No, with a cloth! You're so funny, Hillary. Please don't make me hang myself in my prison cell with toilet paper. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we live inside of a clown world. That's just the Clintons. You see, that's just one family. One. We ain't talking about the shredder company that showed up outside of Dick Cheney's house. We're not talking about Barack Obama having his classified documents next to a McDonald's in Chicago with a padlock on it. You know that? That's where Obama kept his documents. We ain't talking about George Bush losing over 40,000 emails, the Bush administration. We're not even talking about the current president. I mean, we're just going to let's just look at the Clintons alone. Losing the nuclear codes, breaking every law on the books, your national security advisor shoving the documents down his pants. And if you want more drawers, I got them for you. Bill Clinton kept all of his stuff in his sock drawer. Classified documents, classified recordings. He was sued for it, and the federal government said, you can't have the documents because the president has privilege to keep them. That's the established law up to this very point, and at this point, this is the moment that everything suddenly snapped and broke. They're singing a different tune, baby. Mabel's on the rooftop. It's a hot tin roof, and she's singing a different song now. Listen to Hillary Clinton talking about Donald Trump just yesterday.
I have a lot of reactions to it. And I think the best reaction publicly is, let's see it unfold and see what happens, right? This is on a track about him, not about anybody else. No matter how much they try to confuse people and how much they try to, raise extraneous issues.
Oh, my. Oh, it's so bad. It's so terrible. We've got to bring down the full weight of the law. On to Donald Trump. Meanwhile, James Comey let Hillary Clinton off scot-free. You know, she was even asked about that. Watch.
Republicans claim that you did the same thing and got off scot-free. Why did your friend Jim Comey let you off so easy?
That's a really good question. I can't figure that one out. I do think it's odd, let's just say, to the point of being absurd, how that is their only response. They refuse to read the indictment. They refuse to engage with the facts. There's nothing new about that. And what they refuse to admit is, this is on a track about him, not about anybody else. No matter how much they try to confuse people and how much they try to, raise extraneous issues. And it's going to be fascinating, I guess, in a bizarre and sad way, to watch them spin themselves up. If you watched any of the news programs this weekend, their efforts to defend this man are truly beyond anything that I ever thought possible in our country. It is so...
It's beyond anything I thought possible in our country. It's profoundly disturbing, Hillary would go on to say. Profoundly disturbing. Because Donald Trump not only took the classified documents, Donald Trump smashed them documents with a hammer. Trump took a hammer and he broke... Did you know this? Donald Trump broke his documents with a hammer. Did you know it? Bam! That's what Trump was doing, just like this. Oh, my God. Oh, hold on. My producer's telling me. My producer's telling me something. Oh, I'm sorry. It was Hillary that did that? Oh my God! Whoa! I'm so. Oh, and CNN got fact checked live because they didn't actually know that Hillary Clinton smashed her devices with a hammer, the ones that were under subpoena with 33,000 emails on them, that were illegally set up by people without classified authority, that were hacked by the Russians and the Chinese, and ISIS, and Osama bin Laden, for all we know. Oh, got it. Let's play the tape.
President, they destroyed BlackBerries with hammers in the State Department. That's not what won the presidency.
Actually,
and
Evan,
by the way,
the report
that came out in the 302s.
Hang on, Evan Perez. Hammers, fact check that for me, please, on the fly.
Yes, they did, Brooke. As you mentioned, there were 13 devices, mobile devices, and 5 iPads that the FBI said that, in some way were used with her private email server, and they did, in some cases, just destroy them with hammers when they were done using them.
That's a pretty good way of destroying your device.
That is absolutely not following the rules and regulations of the State Department. You know it. Your 52 reasons just went down to 1. No reasons left. Listen.
Greatest video in the history of CNN. Excuse me. Can we fact check that? Actually, yeah, Hillary Clinton destroyed a lot of her emails with her devices with a hammer. Yeah. But is Hillary saying that the law and order in this country is being destroyed by Donald Trump? You see what's going on here? Do you see what's happening? Donald Trump was never in the club. When you're in the club, when you're in the oligarchy, you see, you get not only a right, you get the obligation to have all of the security state defend you. James Comey and the FBI made up reasons to let Hillary Clinton out of jail. Donald Trump did a scintilla of what Hillary Clinton did. Did Donald Trump keep a couple of mementos for himself? Yes. Did Donald Trump keep some love letters from Kim Jong-un? Oh, Kim Jong-un, your rocket fires into the sky, and my rocket shoots into the sky, and they meet and they kiss. Is that what Donald Trump kept? Sure. Yep. Is there some statute that you're breaking law? Am I breaking the law right now? You're probably breaking the federal statute watching this show. There's always a federal law you can break. I'm not trying to say Donald Trump didn't take some knick-knack from some memento from his presidency. I'm trying to say that every one of them did that, and much, much, much worse. And it's only Donald Trump that gets charged. Now, Hillary Clinton don't have no power. Epstein Island's been closed down, so she really doesn't have any power. No more temples to worship at. But there is a man who actually does technically have power, at least in theory. His name is Joseph Robinette Biden. And what you'll find, curiously enough, is that Joseph Robinette Biden and Mike Pence, who's running against Donald Trump, well, those two guys also mishandled classified documents. Mike Pence had a bunch of classified documents at his house. And Joe Biden had 1,800 classified documents in 5 different locations up and down the eastern seaboard, including, but not limited to, locked in the trunk of his Corvette in his garage that had a key to it that was owned by a man named Hunter Biden, where Hunter Biden had business meetings with his Chinese business partners. Did you know this? Did you know that another stash of Joe Biden's classified documents were kept inside of a think tank that was funded by the Chinese government? Oh, well, that seems a little suspicious and a little worse than Donald Trump keeping his love letter from Kim Jong-un. I just love the writing. I love Kim Jong-un's writing. It's so special. His penmanship, the best. No, guys, it is much worse. So when Joe Biden's asked about it, you'd think that would be you'd think that would lead the news. You'd think someone would look at this with clear eyes and say, well, hot damn. I mean, yeah, sure, Donald Trump had a knick-knack from his administration. Maybe he should have given it back. Maybe not. Who knows? It's Donald Trump. He was in Home Alone. But what Joe Biden did is way worse, because Joe Biden was not president when he stole these classified documents. Yet here's how Joe Biden responds when asked that question. Oh, and it falls to Peter Doocy, of all people, to demand he answer.
Mr. President,
Okay.
classified material next to your Corvette What were you thinking?
Let me, I'm going to get a chance to speak on all this, God willing, soon. But as I said earlier this week, people, and by the way, my Corvette's in a locked garage. Okay, so it's not like you're sitting out in the street. But at any rate, yes, as well as my Corvette. But as I said earlier this week, people know I take classified documents and classified material seriously. I also said we're cooperating fully and completely with the Justice Department's review. As part of that process, my lawyers reviewed other places where documents in from my time as vice president were stored, and they finished the review last night. They discovered a small number of documents of classified markings in storage areas and file cabinets in my home and my personal library. This was done in the case of the Biden Penn. This was done in the case of the Biden Penn Center. The Department of Justice was immediately, as was done, the Department of Justice was immediately notified, and the lawyers arranged for the Department of Justice to take possession of the document. So we're going to see all this unfold. I'm confident. Thank you very much. Thank you.
The classified documents was sitting next to my hibbity boop. And I sat down with Corn Pop. Corn Pop said, "Why did them classified documents there?" And I said, "Why have so much pomade in your hair?" Corn Pop, get off the diving board. That's when I shoved my classified documents down the front of Corn Pop's pants. And then there was a transgender activist who went topless at the White House. And I just couldn't help but look. Joe Biden! What he did is so much worse on every legal level than what Donald Trump did. So we can look back into the ancient history, and I think it's important to tell you that Bill Clinton had people shoving documents down their pants. That Hillary Clinton, of course, had to collude. The FBI had to literally spend months and years figuring out a legal way to let Hillary Clinton out of jail so that she could become their next boss. But it's actually more imperative to look at the guy who's literally, supposedly running the country right now as it pertains to these charges.